We'll be looking at simplifying algebraic expression. But before we go into simplifying algebraic expression, let us turn our focus to a real-life scenario that will actually bring out the whole idea of simplifying algebraic expression. Say I go to the market and I see mangoes and I decide to buy 3 mangoes. Oh, my writing is not perfect. And I also see apples, so I decide to buy 6 apples. So after purchasing these fruits, I am left with, say, $20. Well, this information can be represented in a mathematical way. So we'll actually write this information by saying 3m for 3 mangoes plus 6a for 6 apples plus $20 for my $20 change that is left. Now, this is what we call an algebraic expression, which algebraic expression normally consists of what we call coefficients, and the coefficients are the numbers that are in front of the letters. So, and these letters are what we call variables. So you could actually use letters as variables in mathematics. So when you see letters, they are actually variables. Okay. Also, we're seeing numbers, and this number is just a 20. This 20 does not have a letter behind it. So simply means it is not a coefficient, nor it is a variable. It is what we call a constant. So let's write constant. We're also seeing in this expression, we're seeing mathematical operations like plus or addition. So we also in an algebraic expression, we actually have what we call mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, a square, or even a square root, and the list goes on. Also, when we examine this expression, we're actually seeing what we call powers. So the term 3m actually has a power of 1. Also 6a has a power of 1. So even indices actually will actually teach us about exponents or powers. So if I actually have 3m, it is actually equal to 3m raised to the first power. So this is what we call a power, what we call an index or an exponent. So an algebraic expression also has what we call powers. So when you actually look at an algebraic expression, an algebraic expression should be consisting of this idea where you have a coefficient, variable, constant, mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square, or square root, and also power. So when you ask an expression, we should actually be looking for these things, which will actually mark what we call algebraic expression. But what does it mean to simplify? Because we say you should simplify these expressions, but what does it mean to simplify? Now, simplify can actually mean you reduce the expression in such a way that it becomes small, but it doesn't affect the original expression that was written or was there. Or we could also say we could rewrite the expression in such a way. Well, rewrite the expression by grouping the like terms and just add or subtract depending on what mathematical operation you are seeing between or among the like terms, and that will give us what we call simplifying the whole algebraic expression. But what does it mean by like terms? Well, let us look at an example. If I have 3m squared plus 6y plus say 2m squared plus 2y. Now, a like term actually share same variables and powers. So when we examine this expression, we're actually seeing that this term has a m squared in it, and also this term has a m squared in it. So these two will be considered as like terms. So we'll just write them together. This is what we mean by grouping them, putting them together. Okay, and when we look at the other like terms, we are seeing that we have 6y plus 2y. And so those will be considered as like terms. So this is what we do when we're simplifying algebraic expression. We group the like terms and then we just work them out depending on what mathematical operation we're seeing. So if we should look at the like terms, the m squared like terms, we're actually seeing that they are adding. So let's go ahead and add them. 3m squared, well, let us say 3m squared plus 2m squared will give us 5m squared. So that's actually give us one term coming from 2, so actually simplifying it. And what we look at, 6y plus 2y will give us 8y. So we will actually simplify this expression. But there is a step that I normally, well, there are 3 steps that I normally tell my students to use when simplifying algebraic expression. And these steps are: 1, we identify the like terms. Identify the like terms. Identify like terms. Like terms. Oh, and then we actually, after identifying the like terms, then we group them. And we just did that step when you were actually simplifying that expression. And the last thing that we do, we just simplify. We simplify. So let us look at an example to actually see how these steps work and if it actually makes sense or it is meaningful or helpful to you. So let us look at an expression. So if I have, say I have 8y squared plus 3y minus 2y squared plus let's say 4y, we say minus 14. So if we say simplify this expression, now the first thing that we do is the first step, we identify the like terms. And what are the like terms? We're seeing the y squares as the like terms. So we just go ahead and just group them. So we have 8y squared minus 2y squared. And then we look for the other y terms or the other like terms. So we say now that the like terms would be 3y plus 4y. So we'll just bring them down. So it's 3y plus 4y. And this negative 14, which is a constant, does not have a like term of its kind. So but we just bring back that constant. Even though it doesn't have a like term, we take it back. Then so after identifying them, we group them, and this is how we group them. So when we look at, this is step 1. Now this is step 2, and finally we do the third step, which is simplify. So we simplify by just adding or subtract the like terms depending on what mathematical operation we are seeing between the like terms or among the like terms. So we have 8y squared minus 2y squared. That leaves us with 6y squared. And now we have 3y plus 4y. That gives us 7y. And we bring back the negative 14 that does not have a like term. So this is how we simplify. Let us look at another example. So say we have What if we have 6x plus 7 minus 18x plus 4? Now, how would we simplify this expression? Well, we can always work with the steps that you were just told that you could use. So we could actually identify the like terms. And what are the like terms in this expression? The x's are like terms. So yeah, 6x minus or negative 8x. So we just group them. So what you actually would understand is that identifying step 1 and step 2 will actually be basically in one step. So just to make it, let it be more concise. So what we could do is actually, as we identify the like terms, we group them same time. So we just look at the like terms. All right. So we have now 6x minus 18x plus 7 plus 4. These are the like. So we look at the like terms, constant like terms. Let me use a different color so you can actually see what is happening. So we go ahead and just simplify. So we say the positive 6x minus 18x, that will give us negative 12x, and then we add 7 plus 4, that will give us 11. Let us look at another one. So say we have 25x divided by x. Now we could actually expand this, the terms that are in the numerator and the denominator. We could say 25 times x divided by 1 times x, because 1 times x is actually x. So we actually see that the left hand side is equivalent to what is on the right hand side. So we could just go ahead and just simplify. We could just cancel these common variables, and we could say x in itself goes 1 time, x in itself goes 1 time. We could say 25 times 1 give us 25, and 1 times 1 give us 1, which would result into the 25. Let's look at another example. So say we have 16a divided by 4a. Well, we could actually write this in a fractional way. So we could just simply say 16a divided by 4a. We could actually now do the same thing with like what we did with the 25 and the x. We could expand them, and then we cancel a with a. We say 4 in itself goes 1 time, 4 that goes 4 times. So leaving us with 4 divided by 1, which is the same thing as 4. Let us look at another one. So say we have 26x minus 25x plus 30, let's say 13x, it doesn't matter, minus 10y plus 20y. With the steps. So it's group like terms. Well, we identify the like terms, then we group them and we simplify. But if you should take a close look, we're actually having all the like terms in order already. All the x's are actually grouped and all the y's are actually grouped. So we can just go ahead and just simplify. So we have 26x minus 25x plus 13x. So when we work these two, we'll be left with 1x, 13x. This will give us positive 10y. And we have 14x plus 10y. So there you go. Simplifying algebraic expression. So we can always remember the 3 steps: identify the like terms, group the like terms, and then we simplify.